Hello students, today we are going to discuss about very important topic, that is polymer. You might have been using this in your daily life. But before that, I want to request you that if you have not subscribed our channel, please subscribe it and hit the bell icon to get the regular notification and regular updates. Let's first begin with what is polymer. Polymer is derived from the Greek word poly plus mer. Poly means many molecules and mer means units. When the large number of molecules comes together to form a long chain, that is polymer. In other words, we can say that it's many monomers and comes together in the large form, in long chain, that is polymer. Polymers are formed when the thousands of monomers, units, or single repeatedly units connected along the long chain is called a polymer. You can take example of some mantras. When we repeatedly use mantras in a continuous form for the long time, for 100 or 200 times, it means it make a long chain of repetition. That is polymer. Let's take an example and their uses. Polythene. Polythene is used for packaging material, carrying bags and bottles. Teflon. Teflon used for non-stick kitchenware. Polypropylene is used for making bottles, carrots, and melamine used for making crockeries. Polyvinyl chloride used for making pipes, insulation. Lexan used for making bulletproof glass. Vinyl rubber used for making rubber eraser. Bakelite used for making electrical installation buttons. Polystyrene. Polystyrene making used for foam thermocol. Then polystyrene butadiene used for making rubber bubble gum. Next is nylon used for making fibers and ropes. Then next is luminous paints used for glow when exposed to light. They are applied on the surface to protect it from the corrosion and weathering. Next is antimicrobial polymers. They have ability to inhibit the growth of microorganism. Microorganism की growth को ये रोकता है. Next is antigen. It is a substance capable of stimulating formation of antibodies. Next is antipyrite. It is a substance used to lower the body temperature. Next is pesticide. It is used to kill animals. Next is para-aramid fiber, which is also called Kevlar. It is used for manufacturing armor, sports and musical equipment. It is used in the field of cyclogenics. Next is polyacrylonitrile. It is PAN or LON. It is used for making cloth, fabrics like sweaters, hats, rugs, etc. Next is copolamide. It is used for manufacturing optical fibers, cables, drum heads, automotive industry, ropes, wire, ropes and cables. Next is polytetrafluoroethylene, PTFE, that is Vuitton. Vuitton B is used in the chemical process, plants and gaskets. It depends on the grade of the polymers. The first question which arises is, what is polymerization? Polymerization is a process of binding small monomers into polymers by covalent bond. When the small monomers are bound together with the covalent bond, that is polymers. Now let's see how the polymers are classified. Polymers are classified in 4 different ways, based on the origin of sources, based on the structure, based on the molecular forces, and based on the mode of polymerization. As you can see in this picture, based on the origin of the sources, is further divided into 3 parts: natural polymers, semi-synthetic polymers and synthetic polymers. Based on the structure, it is further divided into linear polymers, branch chain polymers and cross-linked polymers. Based on molecular forces, it is further divided into 4 parts: elastomers, fibers, thermoplastics and thermosetting polymers. Based on the mode of polymerization, it is divided into 2 parts: addition polymers and condensation polymers. Now let's begin the polymers which are obtained from the different source of origin. 3 different sources we have discussed: natural, synthetic and semi-synthetic. So natural polymers are generally examples. We can take natural rubbers, which we extract the gum from the tree, shellac, natural rubber starch, cellulose, प्रोटीन, है ना, ये सारी चीज़ें क्या है नेचुरली हमें मिलते हैं. सेकेंड जो है सेमी सिंथेटिक पॉलीमर. सेमी सिंथेटिक पॉलीमर्स आर द मिक्सचर ऑफ नेचुरल एंड सिंथेटिक पॉलीमर्स, दैट इज सेल्यूलोज एसीटेट, सेल्यूलोज नाइट्रेट. सिंथेटिक पॉलीमर्स की बात करें तो सिंथेटिक रबर, ब्यूना एंड ब्यूना एस, नाइलॉन, these are all are synthetic rubber. These are man-made rubber, man-made polymers. Polyvinyl chloride, polyvinyl alcohol, polyethylene, polyuro, epoxy, polyamide, polypropylene, ये सारे क्या हैं सिंथेटिक पॉलीमर्स आते हैं. हम जितने भी यूज़ करते ज़्यादातर सिंथेटिक पॉलीमर्स का ही यूज़ करते हैं. This is a picture of Buna N and Buna S. As you can see, Buna N is nitrile butadiene rubber NBR, and Buna S is styrene butadiene rubber SBR. The monomer which are used in it is butadiene and butadiene. दोनों में एक ही जगह पे यूज़ होता है, as you can see in the picture. Now let's study the classification of polymers on the basis of structure. We have discussed it is divided into three parts: linear polymer, branched chain polymers, cross-linked or network polymers. Linear polymers, as you can see in this picture, linear polymers are long chain. That is, they are parallel to each other. They have very high density. They are straight chain. Example, polyvinyl chloride. Branch chain की बात करें तो branch chain contain a linear chain having some branches, and it has having low density polymers. They having very low density. And third one is cross-linked or network polymers. Cross-linked network polymers are very extensive cross-linking formed from bifunctional and trifunctional monomers and contain strong covalent bonds. इनके भी strong covalent bond होता है. Example के लिए हम ले सकते हैं bakelite and melamine. Now let's see the polymers which are classified on the basis of molecular forces. That is elastomers, fibers, thermoplastics and thermostatic plastics. Elastomers which have elastic properties. They are like a solid, like a rubber, like elastic properties. And it's a rubber soft structure. It is a weak forces of attraction. It's stretched easily. You can take example like natural rubbers, Buna S, Buna N and neoprene. ये सारे जो हैं elastomers हैं. They have a weak binding forces that permit them to be stretched. इसको आसानी से खींचा जा सकता है. ये सारे क्या elastomers हैं. Next is fibers. Fibers are thread formed solid. They are very high tensile strength. They are highly crystallized in nature. They have a strong force of attraction, high bonding. They form a long straight chain having high density. Example के लिए हम ले सकते हैं nylon 66, polyesters, ये सारे हैं fibers. Next is thermoplastics. Thermoplastic polymers that are softened when heated and become firm when cooled. ठीक है, जब उसे हम गर्म करते हैं तो एकदम सॉफ्ट हो जाता है और जब ठंडा करते तो टाइट हो जाता है. Example, water bottles, compact discs. Thermosetting plastics. Next is thermosetting plastics that is soft enough to be molded but became firm when heated. जब उसे मोल्ड किया जाता है तो सॉफ्ट बाय नेचर रहता है, जब उसे गर्म किया जाता है तो देन इट बिकेम फर्म. एग्जाम्पल प्लास्टिक्स, पाइप्स, कार पार्ट्स, ये सारे क्या है थर्मोस्टेटिक प्लास्टिक्स हैं. Now let's see the polymers which are classified on the basis of mode of polymerization. In this, it's divided into two parts: additional polymers and condensation polymers. Addition polymers are the monomers molecules bond to each other without loss of any other atom. Example के हम alkaline monomers ले सकते हैं. It means यहाँ पर कोई भी atoms का loss नहीं होता. There is no loss of any byproducts of any atom. It means these polymers contains all the atoms of monomers. Hence their molecular weight are integral multiple of monomer units. Example के हम ले सकते हैं Teflon, polyethylene, polypropylene and polyvinyl chloride. These are the additional polymers. Now next is condensation polymers. Condensation polymers are formed by the combination of two monomers by removal of small molecules like water H2O, alcohol or NH3. Their molecular mass is not the integral multiple of monomer units. They have ester and amide linkage in their molecules. एग्जाम्पल के लिए हम ले सकते हैं पॉलीमाइड्स, पॉलीएस्टर या नाइलॉन्स पॉलीमाइड्स और पॉलीएस्टर पीईटी. ये सारे एग्जाम्पल्स हैं हमारे कंडेंसेशन पॉलीमर्स के. So students, that's all in this session. Today we have discussed about polymers and its classification and other characteristics. So we hope that it will be helpful for your all upcoming examination. So with this note, let's wind up, and you take very good care of yourself, and till then, have a nice day. If you like this video session, then please subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon to get the regular updates. Thank you so much.